Namaskar students. So in this lecture we will be going to discuss about critical disruptive voltage. Now before going to just deal with the different factors which are going to affect the corona, we will have to discuss about the two voltage formula. The first one is critical disruptive voltage and the second is critical visual voltage. Particularly in this lecture we will discuss on critical disruptive voltage. Now, before going to start what is critical disruptive voltage, you should know the different formation of corona. So, in previous lecture we have already discussed when the corona formation it actually occurs in a power transmission line. So, as we know that at certain voltage the air surrounding the conductor is going to break down and the air which is nearer to the surface of the conductor it actually behaves like a conductor. So from this let me just give you the definition of critical disruptive voltage, that the voltage at which the partial breakdown of air take place near the conductor surface and corona start forming. Now the second definition of critical disruptive voltage can be also given as the minimum potential which is required to start the ionization of the air surrounding the conductor surface. This is also known as critical disruptive voltage, and the voltage will be expressed in terms of kilovolt to neutral, that will be phase to neutral voltage. Okay, it can be in RMS or it can be in peak value. So in previous lecture also we have discussed that up to 1 centimeter how much voltage it does take to break down the air surrounding the conductor, that is 30 kilovolt peak value. When we talk about RMS value it will be 21.1 kilovolt. Okay, so let us take an example where we are having a single phase transmission line shown in the figure. Here let's say the conductor of phase A. Now here it is a single we can say single phase transmission line. So is the radius of this conductor A and B. Now D is the distance between the two conductors such that your D is very much greater than the value of RA, or we can say the value of RB. Okay, now this RA and RB will be equal. Okay, so in that case this D is very much larger. D is very much larger than RA or RB. Now let's say the plus Q charge per unit length on the conductor A and minus Q charge will be on conductor B. So in that case we can say your radius, if we talk about radius, RA is equal to RB is equal to, let's say, the general term R. Okay, now the electric field intensity at somewhere at point P, which is at the distance x from A conductor. So in that case from B conductor that will be D minus x, because the total distance between conductor A and conductor B is D. Okay, so in that case electric field intensity Ex can be found out by Ea. Okay, so at point P the electric field intensity due to conductor A, that is given by Q divided by 2 epsilon 0 x, plus at this point electric field intensity due to conductor B, that will be Q divided by 2 pi epsilon 0 D minus x. Okay, so if you take 2 pi epsilon 0 and Q common, you will write into the bracket 1 upon x plus 1 upon D minus x, and if you solve this you will get D divided by x into D minus x. Let's say this is equation number 1. Okay, this is nothing but electric field intensity at this point P. Okay, now if we talk about the potential difference between two conductors, so we have to just take the integration of electric field intensity from distance D minus R to R, because the total distance between this conductor will be from this point to this point is D. Okay, so from this surface to this surface, if we want to find out, then it will be total d minus the radius of this conductor is r, so that will be d minus r to this point. This is nothing but r, ex into dx. Now we have already find out the value of ex, so if you take this expression and put it right here, you will get integration d minus r to r q upon 2 pi epsilon 0 into the bracket 1 upon x plus 1 upon d minus x with respect to dx. Okay, so if you take the integration, you will get v is equal to q upon pi epsilon 0 natural logarithmic of d by r. This is capital D and r is the radius of the conductor. Okay, so this is nothing but a one phase transmission line. In case of three phase transmission line, this d will be the distance between the conductor. If the equilateral fashion all three conductors are arranged, in that case we will take d, but if the spacing between the conductor will be different, in that case this d will be mutual GMD. Okay, so from this equation, if you write the expression for q, you will write q is equal to this pi epsilon into v divided by natural logarithmic of d by r. Let's say this is equation number 2. Now if you put the value of equation number 2 into equation number 1, you will get v divided by 2 natural logarithmic of d by r multiplied by d divided by x d minus x. Okay, this pi epsilon 0 will be cancelled out. Okay, now from this equation we will move right here. So ex is equal to, now we can write vd into d, where vd is nothing but vd is equal to v divided by 2, because we are talking about one phase transmission line. In case of three phase transmission line, your vd will be your v line voltage divided by root 3 in case of three phase system, but here we are having only single phase transmission line, so vd will be v by 2. So this v by 2 term can be written as vd multiplied by d, and all this expression will be same as before. Now when the value of x is equal to r, it means when this x is equal to the radius of this conductor, it means this point is p is now right here. In that case we can write er is equal to E max. Okay, and it is known as G max. Okay, so if you put x is equal to r in this expression, you will write vd into d as it is, x is equal to r d minus r natural logarithm of d by r. Now we know that d is very much larger than ra, rb or r, so in that case we can neglect this. Okay, this r, so that will be d only, and this d will be cancelled out. In that case we can write vd divided by r natural logarithmic of d by r. Okay, from this equation, if we write equation for vd, that will be r into ln d by r multiplied by this g max. Okay, now is it very easy to see this equation at the gradient as x increases, as the value of x increases, we can say the potential, this point, not potential but this point is moved towards the conductor A. Okay, so we are taking this at this point and this point, and somewhere at the end when x is equal to r, this point will be right here. Okay, so thus it is the maximum value when x is equal to r, and that is given by this expression. And from this we can write vd is equal to r into g max natural logarithm of d by r. Let's say this is equation number 3. Now this vd is the critical disruptive voltage that we are talking about. Okay, so at this voltage, breakdown of air occurs and corona is forming. Now at this voltage, the potential gradient which is developed to the breakdown strength of air, which is known as G max. Okay, so generally it is known as G0. So when we talk about breakdown strength of air, so let's say we are replacing this G max by G0, which is nothing but the breakdown strength of the air. I hope you can see. Okay, so the same expression can be written by putting G max is equal to G0, but for other temperature and pressure, so when we talk about the different temperature during the whole year. Okay, so in different seasons the temperature and pressure will be different. In that case we can express the G0 is by multiplying this factor delta. Okay, now this delta is nothing but the relative air density correction factor. Okay, so this is a relative air density that will be different in all seasons correction factor. So corona also depends on your environmental condition. Okay, how the weather condition is there. In that case the value of delta will be different. Okay, so from this delta this Vd will be different. Okay, so in monsoon the corona will occurs at a very low voltage, the value of Vd, but in case of summer and winter this will be little bit higher than in case of monsoon. Okay, because this delta will be different in all these cases. Okay, so we can write the same expression by putting G0 is equal to delta into G0. Okay, where delta is the relative air density correction factor. Now if we just talk about the expression of delta, so delta can be written as 3.92 B divided by 273 plus T, where let me write B is nothing but pressure in centimeter of mercury and T is nothing but temperature in centigrade. Okay, so once we have the value of delta we can put it right here and we will find the value of Vd. Now if you look at this expression is only valid for the conductor which are the solid conductors and having the uniform, or we can say the smooth surface. But the surface condition, either it is smooth or the rough for the large cable, or we can say for the stranded cables for ACSR conductor. So another correction factor must be introduced when we are talking about Vd, and that correction factor is nothing but M0. Okay, so if M0, which is the factor considered for the surface condition of wire, either it is smooth or the rough surface, then the final expression of critical disruptive voltage Vd can be written as R delta G0 M0 natural logarithm of D by R, and the unit will be kV per phase, that will be line to neutral voltage. Okay, so the value of M0 will be 1 for polished conductors, but when we are having a stranded conductor, so at the tip of the surface, when there is an uneven surface, so at tip of the surface the potential gradient, or we can say electric field intensity, is more, and corona will going to occur at the lower voltage. Okay, so this is the final expression Vd for we can say critical disruptive voltage is equal to R delta, okay, by G0 M0 ln D by R. So I hope you understand why each and everything is right here. So I hope you understand what is the critical disruptive voltage. With this we are going to study the critical visual voltage in next lecture. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture. Thank you so much. See you guys next time.